Post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD, is a serious mental health condition. It can affect anyone who has experienced or witnessed a traumatic event. Trauma is deeply personal. What might seem like a minor event to one person can be deeply upsetting to another. PTSD is not a sign of weakness. It is a natural response to overwhelming stress. Imagine living with the constant fear of a threat, even when you're safe. Imagine the memories of a terrifying event replaying in your mind, uninvited and unwelcome. That's the reality for millions of people living with PTSD. This condition affects people of all ages, backgrounds, and walks of life. PTSD is more than just feeling sad or anxious. It's a complex disorder that can disrupt every aspect of a person's life, affecting their sleep, relationships, work, and overall well-being. The good news is there is hope. With proper understanding, support, and treatment, individuals with PTSD can heal and reclaim their lives. This essay will explore the intricacies of PTSD, examining its symptoms, causes, and treatment options for both adults and children. By shedding light on this often misunderstood condition, we can foster empathy, reduce stigma, and empower individuals to seek the help they deserve. Remember, you are not alone. There is help, and recovery is possible. PTSD manifests differently in each individual, but there are common symptoms. Adults with PTSD may experience a range of symptoms categorized into 4 main clusters: re-experiencing avoidance, negative changes in thoughts and mood, and hyperarousal.
Re-experiencing the trauma is a hallmark of PTSD. This can include vivid, intrusive memories of the event, nightmares, or flashbacks. These experiences can feel incredibly real and distressing, as if the trauma is happening all over again. Avoidance is another common symptom. Individuals may try to avoid anything that reminds them of the trauma. This could mean avoiding certain people, places, activities, or even thoughts and feelings.
Negative changes in thoughts and mood are also prevalent in PTSD. Individuals may experience feelings of guilt, shame, fear, anger, or detachment from others. They may also struggle with memory, concentration, and maintaining positive thoughts about themselves or the world. Hyperarousal refers to being in a constant state of heightened alertness and reactivity. This can manifest as difficulty sleeping, irritability, angry outbursts, difficulty concentrating, being easily startled, or being constantly on edge. These symptoms can make it challenging for individuals to relax, engage in daily activities, or maintain healthy relationships. Children experiencing PTSD often exhibit different symptoms than adults. While they may experience similar reactions, these often manifest in ways more specific to their developmental stage. They may not have the words to express their feelings, so their distress might come out through play, behavior, or physical symptoms.
Re-experiencing the trauma in children can take various forms. Younger children might repeatedly reenact the traumatic event through their play. They might have frightening dreams or nightmares, often without recalling the specific content. Avoidance in children can be subtle. They might become withdrawn, lose interest in activities they once enjoyed, or avoid specific places or people associated with the trauma. Some children might regress developmentally, like suddenly wetting the bed after being potty trained.
Negative changes in a child's thoughts and mood can be heartbreaking. They might blame themselves for what happened or believe the world is a dangerous place. They might experience extreme fear, guilt, anger, or sadness. Hyperarousal in children can look like being easily startled, having difficulty concentrating, being overly clingy with caregivers, or having trouble sleeping. They might be more irritable or prone to angry outbursts than usual. Understanding these age-specific manifestations is crucial for early identification and intervention. Section 4, Triggers of Trauma Causes in Adults. PTSD develops after a traumatic event. This event could be a threat to someone's life or safety. It could also be witnessing a traumatic event happening to someone else. Some common causes of PTSD in adults include
combat exposure. War veterans are particularly vulnerable to PTSD due to the extreme stress and violence they may have witnessed or experienced. The horrors of combat can leave lasting psychological scars.
physical assault. Being physically attacked or injured in an assault can be deeply traumatizing, leading to feelings of vulnerability and fear.
Sexual assault. The trauma of sexual assault can have devastating and long-lasting effects on mental health. Survivors often struggle with feelings of shame, guilt, and powerlessness.
Accidents. Serious accidents like car crashes, natural disasters, or workplace accidents can trigger PTSD. The suddenness and intensity of these events can be deeply unsettling.
Natural disasters. Experiencing a natural disaster like a hurricane, earthquake, or wildfire can be deeply traumatic. The loss of homes, possessions, and even loved ones can leave individuals with a sense of helplessness and fear.
Section 5. Childhood shadows. Causes in children. Children, with their developing minds and sense of safety, are particularly vulnerable to PTSD. While they are resilient, certain traumatic experiences can disrupt their sense of security and well-being.
Abuse or neglect. Children who experience physical, emotional, or sexual abuse are at a higher risk of developing PTSD. Neglect, including physical and emotional neglect, can also be traumatic for a child, as it represents a breach of trust and security.
Domestic violence. Witnessing domestic violence is a traumatic experience for a child. Even if they are not the direct target of violence, living in a household where there is abuse creates an environment of fear and instability.
Loss of a loved one. Children can experience PTSD after the death of a parent, sibling, friend, or other loved ones, especially if the death was sudden or unexpected.
Severe illness or injury. Experiencing a severe illness or injury requiring hospitalization or extensive medical treatment can be traumatic for a child. The pain, fear, and separation from loved ones can have lasting emotional impacts.
It's crucial to remember that PTSD doesn't discriminate. It can affect anyone, regardless of age, background, or life experiences. Recognizing the potential for trauma in these situations is crucial for providing timely support and intervention.